I might keep that can on me, pockets full, they stand on me. Real ones ain't playing, little ones keep playing. Beat the beat like Pan, I keep it chill like Tan. You gon' eat it even if it's bland. I beat it different with the Jackson hand. Your shit sleep like a pack of Zans. I keep the heat like it's Pakistan. MOZ, they don't understand. From coast to coast like it's contraband. We could go neck and neck like it's the final stand. I just go best to best, who really want it, man? Not even super duper Kyle can. 1K, I'ma take 100,000 fans. Damn, don't get in the way. Throw that shit away. Bill incinerate you back to lemonade. Yeah. Please stay in the shade or you gon' feel the rays. MOZ peace dealer on the rise and they feeling lots of ways.
Lots of rays, Sean ain't getting lots of pay. Had a date with death, I'm flaking on that bitch like not today. Who want it? Better I got it. Feeling that logic, hit it like chronic, it's hypnagogic. Hook like phonics, she wanna hop on it. I'm like underlay. How this goofy on the internet flow just like Melchizedek. We're so over their head, don't know that they dead. I'm like they just don't get it yet. Work too hard to barely get a check just to burn it on weed and cigarettes. Doing hood rat stuff with my friends. The reign of terror, this never ends.
Yeah, ain't no never mind shit. You the gang, you supposed to push behind shit. You outside, we outside, how come we ain't find shit? Bitch nigga shit, that shit I don't align with. I'm here to swerve some, I'm here to take places, cause I deserve some. You niggas fake faces, you need permit some. Look at Gobber's 2018 was your chance, but you ain't get it done. I'm getting silly bands. You look like you rock silly bands. I've been in your city with no ceiling fan. You ain't super duper with no mission, damn. All that's fake funk, lace tuck, wait boy, just tie your shoes. On nothing say about them lame niggas, just never cool. Ice me up, y'all. Feel like $1 million, y'all. I ain't worried about y'all. That's what you fuck niggas sound like. Niggas ain't sweat, niggas sound like free energy, we flying around kites. I never fall off when I'm around heights. You niggas fell off and you out of sight. Your promo looking like you can't decide. We gon' build a roof like a candlelight. When I go #1, hope you acting right. And integrity, I always sleep at night. Yeah, ain't no never mind shit. You the gang, you supposed to push behind shit. You outside, we outside, how come we ain't find shit? Bitch nigga shit, that shit I don't align with. I'm here to swerve some, I'm here to take places, cause I deserve some. You niggas fake faces, you need permit some. Look at Gobber's 2018 was your chance, but you ain't get it done.
Welcome to your Taurus season 2024 monthly peace report. This is the Peace Dealer. Shout out to Ton of Vision. We met this weekend and we finished that track we leaked. If any of you heard that Death Hymn track, it's done. It's done. And Ton of Vision murdered that shit. So he's currently mixing and mastering it. As soon as it's done, I'll I'll share that with y'all. That joint is crazy. That joint is crazy. I got a new mixtape coming out soon. The Death Tape. So that's gonna be track number 8 on that. Anyway, other than that, I'm very grateful. I'm glad we're finally here. As you can see, Pluto is 2 degrees Aquarius and the sun is 3 degrees. This is continuation from the seeds we sowed the beginning of this year. Let me remind you, of course, we had this conjunction 29 degrees. Let's give you an exact number. Boom. January 20th, 2024 was the final activation. I thankfully I've gotten in contact with Dolo. He said that he has some stuff he's doing in Atlanta, but we'll talk about getting, data on where people are in each city. So at least we're in talks. I just wanted to at least get it in talks. No rush to do this, but Yeah, the torque should be a thing. January 2024 was the activation meaning conjunction of power, Capricorn, awakening Pluto at the God level, the last three elite signs. Okay. 20 years we're going through this aqua, and in 2024 we're doing the final. Okay. This is the end of this era. All right. The last time Pluto was here, America was founded as a nation. This is a cyclical return where we're having to deal with the karma of all those actions and everything that was swept under the rug. Shout out to the hot potato generation. You have a lot to deal with. Anyway, this was the activation. This is where we sowed the seeds into awakening this. And now we're at stage 2. What was activated 90 degrees is beginning integration. It's breaking through the ground. This is going to lead us into stage 3, where we have the opposition here. This is where we will begin to harvest what we started January 20th. So from integration to harvest, you're going to, through this Taurus season, be aware of the physical manifestation of this power. You're integrating this awakening throughout the next few months by fully manifesting the power you sowed the seeds to awaken. And then we're going to harvest it Leo season on stage by facing that pressure. This is the first boss battle of this new series. Okay, the 2008 to 2023 series were the boss battles that we've had. New levels, new devils. Now this is a whole collective revolution. All right. And the North Node in Aries is setting the direction of how it is you identify through this. Okay. That being said, love how wishes come true. This is going to be, I think, one of the most controversial and significant Taurus seasons we've had in a minute, just due to the strength to this conjunction of Uranus and Jupiter. These are two titans coming together. I mean, based on Greco-Roman myth, one is a primordial and the other is an Olympian. Saturn's really the titan. But that being said, these two coming together, the Olympics and the World Cup, this is no small deal. Okay, especially Saturn and Neptune. This is what's bringing all these forces together. And the last time that we've had a conjunction like this, let's be clear, was in Pisces during 2010. Okay, you had expanded the belief, and now that belief through Aries applied into an awakening of a new facet of yourself. And now we're grounding the material, tangible reality of everything it's worth. This is a brand new 12-year cycle. Jupiter takes 12 years to come around the zodiac and have sex with Uranus. I mean, and activate this conjunction with Uranus. Okay. So this season is going to set the stage for some of the most radical growth and evolution in technology, in finances, in the market, in what you're personally worth than ever before. And this is where we need to now mathematically look at the signature of last year, where you made that promise with God. We activated this new cycle the week prior, and then we went over the nodes with Uranus, had the new moon, and everything during that new moon completed its harvest in February, to where we're passing go and collecting 200. Okay. So basically, if last year was you setting up a lemonade stand, this is the year where you're getting $50,000 advanced to spruce it. And you might need to break even. So don't spend that advance money on strippers and booze. This is what I'm saying. There's going to be a lot that comes in. And it's important for you to align that with what you've been promised to accomplish, to build on your value, because you're going to need this during pockets where you don't have any support. That's what this was in the beginning. Okay, this could be a whole 12-year advance. So just keep that in mind. I'm using that as an analogy. It doesn't have to be exactly 12 years. But this is some beautiful astrology right here. This is some beautiful astrology right here. And I think the best way to start off with this transit is the language that the sun is making to Pluto right now. This is what may, for some of you, comment a fire sign emoji if you resonate, has intensified how much more real the psychic attack or the telepathic connection is. I've always theorized Pluto and Aquarius is going to awaken the collective telepathic grid between minds, which will help you tap into what you've been sensing lightly before, but will progressively over the next 20 years become much, much stronger to where you're able to now strengthen the length of how much you're going more into. This is not all just in your head. Your critical brain is making sense of metaphysical phenomena outside of the physical that you still have to somehow make sense of in this reality. So you're not going to have all the language. This is like forming a new road and neural pathway. It's going to be dirty. It's not going to be completely clear. It will progressively get clearer. So just allow that to occur. Don't let this pressure of peons who are mad be jealous of you standing in your own royalty. That's where this anger is coming from. The pressure is not changing you and manipulating you. Okay, the internet was the soft launch of this. AI is now bringing in the next era of this, where we're now in an era where we have to ask, is this AI or is this real? Okay, very Neptune and Pisces. All of the dust and smoke will settle. So while the smoke, the whistles, and the bells are all out there, don't get caught up listening to false narratives. Don't get caught up taking sides. The only path you need to walk is your path. People will get distracted. Other people will stay focused. And for those who know their God, they will do exploits. Okay. So all of this is going to lead into the new moon in Taurus, which is going to coincide with Uranus and Jupiter. And this is the Taurus season. We officially begin chapter 2. The end of chapter 1 unlocks the realization of who you are relative to April of 2023. And the beginning of chapter 2 manifests the tangible quality, okay, of what you're worth. And what you're manifesting is what you're going to take to you and with you for the rest of this book. Okay, for the rest of this 12 chapter book. The gaslighting has been insane. Don't let these people out here gaslight you. Many things on the internet alone are bots. Okay, so just be mindful of that. Or there are people who have been bought. All right, whether through influence or whether through just peer pressure. So let those lesser beings do what the lesser beings do in their attempt to bring you down to their level. No one can make you do anything. You make the conscientious decision to preserve your value. Okay. I really do hope you enjoy this next season. This Aries, Taurus, and Gemini are part of the first quarter. Season 1, there's 4 quarters. The activation, integration is summer. Third quarter is fall, harvest, and then completion is the fourth quarter, winter. Okay. A lot of what this pressure you're feeling is to conform. That's really the root of it. You are being called to conform to the norm, and your willingness to maintain authenticity is what will continue to make you a target. This is no conspiracy. You're not a victim. It's not like a bunch of people in a boardroom causing this. This is frequency and it's energetic. And it's been happening for eons. None of this is new. So allow people to twist the narrative, twist the meaning of what you're saying, to gaslight you, to make you feel less than yourself. That's all they have. That is the only ability they have. People who use illusion magic to change the nature of what the truth is. And then people who live a lie will eat that stuff up, and eating something with no substance only to be hungry again because they never really had that soul food. So you feel me? You can eat that manufactured bullshit, or you can get in the kitchen and you can cook up your own soul. it's easier and more convenient to eat that microwavable shit. It takes time to actually put the ingredients up for some real shit. That's going to take longer than maybe those who are just doing that quick bullshit that gets people for the first week, but in 2 years, that shit is over and forgotten with. What we doing over here is generational, okay? Noah's Ark, baby. And if you love cooking, you definitely going to get the ingredients and cook the storm up this Taurus season. Aries season helps you understand what you are and what direction you're moving in. It's time to now add more reality and grounding to it. Taurus to Virgo. So we start in Taurus season off with this intensity, and like, this is where I want you to comment on number one. If in dealing with this pressure, if in standing and defending yourself, it's brought a darker side out of you. I feel like some of you might feel like, oh, I might be reacting too extremely. All right. If you feel that way, comment a 1. For those of you who are commenting a 1, you're not overreacting. The narrative is switching around your reaction. You know how someone will throw a stone and hide their hand so that when you call out the fact that you were hit with a stone, now it's like, oh, you're overreacting. It's not that serious. It was just a small rock. You better take your sword and behead these demons. So for those of you who are being nice to people who are gunning for your life, you're playing with your life. All right. I need you to understand. This extremeness is a release of latent energy that in releasing over the next 3 months, you will integrate. We will come into balance of this. So don't be perturbed by really feeling and experiencing this. This is natural. Okay. That Pluto square is bringing from the ground what you planted and what's been burrowing underneath. And now it's starting to come out. You will integrate this. Don't worry. Don't get perturbed by those who, or the energy that will have you feel like maybe you're in the wrong for defending and standing up for yourself. In this fake culture and society, when you stand up for yourself and own your value, you're going to be called arrogant. When you call out the truth, you're going to be called something phobic. All right. This is just a narrative play that's meant to change your direction. All you have to do is just maintain it because they're not real. So they will be constantly threatened by everything you do. Taurus season is here to remind you that what is real cannot be threatened. That's not a lie. As long as you maintain realness, nothing will threaten you. You can see these illusions that are meant to strike fear, and that fear can have you change, but you don't have to do that. Stand on your goddamn word, walk your talk, practice what you preach. That's all you need to be doing. All right. If you're willing to die for that, that's going to separate those who are going to make it into this next era and those who are going to be washed away because they didn't build that Noah's Ark. They didn't build their ark. They didn't walk on water. It's as simple as that. And so now that you've unlocked the direction you're moving towards, it's time to align with this reality. The people who are fake, they're going to hit you with high school disses. You're a loser. You're a lame. You're an incel. You're a bitch. None of that has any basis in reality because they're fake. So what they're going to say to you is a reflection of what they feel about themselves in the inside. Let them project. You don't have to swat all these flies. You just need to maintain that momentum. That's why they're getting at you. You're not getting at them. Your only mention of them is in response to them. Okay. You exist in their mind. All right. Day and night. So just really keep this in mind. And that being said, I think you'll be very excited to now manifest the materials needed to really step further into this mission. Okay. In dealing with the collective, you're dealing with an invisible metaphysical influence that expresses itself through individual substances. So imagine if you were connecting with a god and it can communicate through individuals. But when you talk to that individual, they may not be aware that they were used as a puppet. Many of your third eyes are reawakening, and you're starting to see how, in response to certain things you think and feel, you can see this energy within people. And you don't want to take it personal to that actual person. For we fight not against flesh and blood. Okay. So just peep what you see, keep it moving. What's real cannot be threatened. Okay. That being said, I think what's very unique is that it's definitely going to put you in a position to appraise the worth of what you got. It's going to reveal what you got. And it's like a signature ability or quality. Aries and cardinal signs are powers. Fixed signs like Taurus are qualities. There's a new quality to yourself, a quality to your body, a quality to your minds that you are going to be unlocking and sowing the seeds to grow. All right. So, for example, there's a solid confidence on here. People can make fun of me for reading astrology, but I can stand on that confidence knowing that the only idiots making fun of me for that don't know their moon sign. They've never read a natal chart, and I can read their natal chart live on camera and smoke them in front of their face. I sit with that confidence. I can meet any skeptic and make them a believer or expose them as a liar. They can get smoked. I built and worked for that confidence. This is one of my roles in this revolution. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you. I got you. So just like I've expressed that, you have that too. Many of you have been doing what you're doing for years. And this is going to put you in a position to practice and demonstrate it like never before. That's the influence of Uranus. It's getting ready to innovate with Jupiter, the evolution of the quality and the value of what you've been working towards for almost a decade. Especially many of you with businesses that you've been working on, that a new layer is now evolving for you to express. Let me make this clear. The hatred that might be projected towards some of you just for existing is real. And I need you to understand that not a single one of you are a victim. Nobody is making you do anything. Not a single one of you should be threatened by this at all. Nobody is picking on you. You're getting jumped energetically, but nobody is picking on you. No one is bullying you. You're a threat. This is a cognitive dissonance, instinctual reaction to the fact that you are a threat. You are not a bitch. You're not a coward. You're not afraid to speak out against what's wrong. You're not afraid. Like, there's an illusion out here. Illusion magic can have people convinced that a lie is the truth. And then there's you, that at your core, you are filled with truth and integrity. So if you just had integrity, if you just had the truth, you could be pressured and coerced to just not use it, to not express it. But this is who you are at your core. So your very presence makes people uncomfortable. Okay? The spell that is being under right now has others in a society setting enabling things that are built on a lie. Natural law is not subject to change. Once this structure collapses, it's going to revert back to the reset of natural law. Certain people cannot survive under that. Illusion magic enables, reinforced by a system, certain falsities to exist. And so the reason why you're despised is because you're like the 7-year-old who's going to walk into a room and then point at someone and be like, "What? You can't get pregnant. You're a man. And everyone's like, and now you're looking at everyone's like, what's going on here? That's you. It's not even like you're trying to point anything out. Just by your actions, it's exposing something's not right. Now they got to put oh, I'm sorry, he's only 7. He doesn't know what he's saying. Or does he or she? Okay. So, like, we're not here to sugarcoat shit. We're literally witnessing this. And if you think like they're still signing bills saying that men can go into women's restrooms if they feel like women. So if y'all gonna let this happen to you, if y'all are going to let she boys come into your woman's bathroom and make y'all uncomfortable, let you know this is some real shit. None of this shit is a joke. Y'all have got God. They're trying to gaslight the bejesus out you and make you feel guilty for calling out the truth. That is the nature of this shit. You are a threat. Make sure we're clear. None of this shit is even funny for real. All right. And you have cowards who will sit down and say nothing. I don't think men we're a different breed. I don't think we'll be uncomfortable. We'll be like, meet us in the stall. I'm just joking. But like, regardless, this is some real shit. And you have people who will say nothing, and then you have people who are actually going to stand for something. That's what Taurus is all about. What do you stand for? What do you stand for? Okay. This is what's going to align you with what's real. And all you have to do is forget the flashy stuff that everyone runs to because they want to gain identity. A lot of these people have goats. I said this on the live on Instagram. A lot of these people worship idols. Oh my God, my idol. You're my God. You're my king. He's the God of this shit. The only God I serve is Christ, baby. The only God I serve is the creator of souls everywhere. I'm not going to serve nobody who's going to die one day. All right. All these people with their false idols are going to be thrown out in the fire. They're the tares, the wheats and the tares. All right. So just really keep that in mind. People are exposing themselves and going out sad. Please do not let somebody who makes mistakes, bleeds like you, and is in no way truly perfect be your God, be your idol. That is disgusting. That is nasty. All right. This is how, and these people have a parasocial bond and identify with these people. Okay. And so when the truth comes out, they feel attacked when most of these people don't even know these people. All right. The pedestals are collapsing in every genre, in every area, in every field, political, entertainment. So all you have to do is just focus on who you are. And in that expression of truth, it will bring hatred from those whose entire foundation in life is built on a lie. Those people did not build their ark. They're going to be washed away by everything that's occurring. And you're just going to be chilling at that ark watching people continue to drown. That's it. A lot of demon lore, a lot of cursed spirits out here, special grade cursed spirits. And it's important for you to fight that good fight and put on the armor of God. That being said, we are pushing forth this eclipse. We're going to meet tomorrow for the full moon in Scorpio. And that full moon is what's going to begin the energy harnessing process with the moon in Scorpio to deepen the natural quality of energy you can harness. What we're kicking in this Taurus season is an advanced evolution and protocol of your ability to harness your life force and chi at ways you've never heard before. The onset of this is going to be a subtle increased nature of how much your body can harness energy. You need less food per day. You wake up earlier without even an alarm. You suddenly have more and more energy. Okay. They're making you pay for grapes, for apples, things that God gave us for free. That is still the number one quote of 2024. I don't care what anybody says. And then number two is, did he be liking the party? And you got to tell him no. That's 1 and 2 right there. Boom, straight up. Things that God gave us for free. Bro, Orlando Brown is the GOAT. I don't care what anybody says. Taylor Swift, the GOAT right now. She got a Super Bowl ring. But Orlando Brown is the GOAT, nigga. He has become the GOAT. I don't care what anybody says. Y'all been sleeping on this man. It is what it is. It is what it is. So that being said, I think you're definitely going to enjoy this because you're planting seeds and also harvesting value that will be tangible. There's this unlock the power. Now you're charging it and strengthening it. If Aries is raw physical power, then Taurus is natural physical strength. It's the rock type Pokemon. Taurus is the solid rock. Okay. And if you want proof of this, let me actually show you. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, okay, known as The Rock, okay. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has his son in Taurus, right? Oh, I didn't even know he's a vessel of Zeus. That makes a lot of sense. I didn't even know. So he's kind of godly too. See, I didn't know. Okay. And then we have literally Krishan Rock. Like astrology speaks its language to you. Like you don't necessarily have to cardinal B. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit is literally in your face. Oh, well, this one says she has her moon in Cancer. So hold on. March 14th, 2000. Okay, maybe I was wrong about that. Let's see. Yep. Krishan Rock has her moon. Oh, shit. I didn't even have this here. Fuck. All right. As you can see, this is the chart of Krishan Rock. Okay. Krishan Rock is a soul reaper. She's a soul liberator. Her moon is in Cancer, we see here, though. But she has Jupiter and Saturn in Taurus. I thought she was born like March 12th. And then I want to show you if you look at the Rock's chart, we also have the solid Taurus. Jupiter on his moon, which I didn't know. Pretty cool. So I just wanted to kind of show the association with Rock and Taurus, the solid grounded sign. This is going to be very rocky. But not only that, but not only that, this is fertile ground that I'm going to use the analogy of the magic beanstalk. The seeds we're going to sow are going to grow very quickly. And that's because of the unconventionality of Uranus and then Jupiter that's going to expand this very quickly. I'm saying that the new moon we have here is not going to be like any new moon or full moon we've ever had, because now these two gods, these two aliens, these two outer planets or impersonal planets rather are being activated. Okay, and that's one of the major facets of this transit, the conjunction and activation of Uranus and Jupiter, this new cycle of innovation and evolution as it applies to your value and the groundedness with which you can stand on what you're worth, what you own, Anyway, the full moon in Scorpio is going to begin this process to unlock energy harnessing. And this is going to reveal the wisdom of what it is you're worth. Mind you, this full moon cycle is going to be harvesting the nature of the power you activated 2 weeks ago. Let me show you. 2 weeks ago, we activated power at a supernatural level. This is now, according to science, all science fiction. So we're officially in a fantasy narrative, if you believe that fake science that you've been taught your whole life. So with that being said, we do have the new moon in Aries. And with the nodes, this unlocked with the eclipse, the direction you're meant to go with Pluto and Aquarius, this adds a supernatural quality, fixed sign quality. Aquarius is supernatural to this as a part of a 20-year campaign to awaken the force within you collectively. All right. We all going to be Jedis by the end of this shit. And it's setting up the dark versus the light side. I'm just letting you know that right now. Versus those who do battle. I'm just letting you know that right now. So the activation of this power, remember, a month ago, we had the activation of magic in Pisces, and that converted in the direction we take action in. Now we've activated this action and identity, and it's converting now into the value and the strength of that. So this new power that you unlocked, you're getting ready to harvest the tangible quality of the power. And this is going to tap you into the deep feeling and the understanding of wisdom, square Pluto. We're going to start this full moon off with a T square. So this is going to intensify greatly. And you'll only be triggered if you're not aligned with who you are and you're allowing other people to tell you who you are. Okay. And yeah, some of you are really realizing that you're the villain of this. Some of you are coming to the broad realization that you might be a super villain yourself, or the final villain, the final boss, because heroes defend the status quo. If the status quo at current is based on lies and is run by evil, those of you who are going against that status quo, you're villains to this status quo. And that's why I was saying this Pluto square might have some of you be feeling like, wow, this is very dark. Wow, this is really intense. That's because some of you are bringing that energy towards these falsities in which certain narratives, you might be the villain who you find out later is really the hero to a status quo of truth. All right. Sometimes you can be a villain for refusing to defend evil. Sometimes the hero of a status quo is a hero who defends evil. That's why I don't like to use the term heroes and villains, because a hero isn't a good guy. A villain isn't a bad guy. Everyone is always going to be the hero or villain depending on the narrative. So a hero strictly is one who defends status quo. That's it. Hitler is a hero to some people and is a villain to others. That's what makes this completely subjective. And that's why you need to align more with what is real for you and what are you willing to own and stand on. Okay. Where just for expressing your opinions and authenticity, you by evil people whose entire existence is a lie can now band together and aim to get you canceled, call you all sorts of phobic this, anti this. It's a common play, but remember, what's real cannot be threatened. All it can do is just create smoke, but that smoke will eventually clear. Change is the only constant. And as long as you're aligned with what you are revealed to stay true to, doesn't matter what other people think, you must maintain integrity. The moon in Sagittarius, and I'm going to talk about this tomorrow with the full moon. The moon in Sagittarius is going to now transform Scorpio signature, your awareness of your value. because the full moon signature of this is going to help you, moon, understand Sagittarius, the higher perspective of your awareness, sun, of what you're worth, the application of the authenticity of your actions. And so this is going to quite literally transform your Taurian five senses by coming into a higher perspective of what you're perceiving. Sagittarius, Taurus is your physical sight. Sagittarius is your third eye perception. So my lower mind, my physical senses is processing everything that is happening late. This is why I hallucinate my conscious reality. There's nothing that I'm witnessing that's actually what it is. I see less than 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum. However, my ability to take my five senses and perceive the meaning of what I'm seeing, that's Sagittarius. That's the difference between Taurus and Sag. Physical sensing versus perceiving and seeing. Okay. And this is where you're going to understand what you're perceiving and sensing, and it's going to transform how you understand it. This is also going to now help you in tandem square all this Pisces and sextile Pluto, the metaphysical influences unseen to you that now transform how it is you're sensing physically what you sense. This will start to show you the effects of this harvesting of the new power you planted. You're going to start to see. And then once we get into Capricorn, you'll understand how to utilize. Now, the 29th of April, the end of April, is very key because now Mars will conjunct Neptune. The god of war here is the last planet through this cycle to activate everything Mercury activated with your brain and Venus polished with your heart. Venus, of which is getting ready to join the Taurus party back into her home sign of dignity. So we finna get very luxurious here, okay? Mars on Neptune is having you act off of this new cycle. This is the next time Mars will be back here, will not only be in 2 years, but this is going to be in Aries, a whole new era, baby. Shit ain't no joke. 2026 is the next time that we're going to have this conjunction. So you want to see this happening at the end of 2024 as a 2-year campaign. Okay. And this is where subliminally, extra dimensionally, this is what makes us a threat. The only thing people can do is lob ad hominem fallacies to you because they are disgustingly insecure within and they're punching their fist in the air. They know there's nothing they can do to stop you from being authentic. So all they can do is just share their pain and hatred by calling you things that they're not. They can pretend it's not that big a deal, but if they're calling you things that's not based in reality, they're hurt inside. That's why they're trying to hurt you. And now the gap between you and these influences moving forward are going to widen exponentially until we get to that Libra season, because these people are cosplayers. You really live it. They know how to buy the costumes. They know how to put on the makeup. They know how to act the part. They're talented too. Just because I said that they're a cosplayer, I didn't say that that means they're talented. You know, people who know how to cosplay, they know how to speak the basics about zodiac signs or about tarot or about music or about politics, but they don't really do this. They don't have like 10 plus years of experience like someone like myself. You know, we really do this, okay? So Taurus is going to establish the reality, and it's going to expose who got the fake stuff on and whose stuff is actually really real. I'm not talking about certain people who may have fake stuff on, but they're telling you it's fake. Oh yeah, this is fake. Shout out to my homie. He showed me this. That's authenticity. So if you're letting people know, oh no, this is a real thing, that's authenticity, versus people who are eating a vegan cheeseburger and they're convincing you it's just like the real thing. This is just like a cheeseburger. No, bitch, that shit is tofu. That is not a real cheeseburger. Okay? Don't let yourself get gaslighted and finessed. Those who know their God will do exploits. That's why they will stand up and speak for what's true. This is the war you're fighting. You don't need guns. You don't need to slap someone up. You can if you want to. You don't need to kill anybody. Every action you take that is aligned with who you are against the push for you to conform is you fighting this battle. The fact that all those actions threaten the lie that many live is all you have to do. Everything you say will hit harder like a bomb to where they can do all sorts of theatrics and you just drop one bar, one verse, you just say one thing. Classic example of this is Pisces Moon, Gemini Sun, Kendrick Lamar. The last time he dropped one verse in 2016, around that cycle of Jupiter being in Gemini to Leo, it shook up the whole game, got a lot of people feeling sensitive. The next time he dropped one verse, it shook up everything again. This is a Gemini ability. Kanye West said slavery was a choice. See, the thing is, when you say Gemini, everyone goes crazy. Okay? Kanye West said what he said last time. Kendrick Lamar said, fuck the big three. One verse got all this shit popping. Motherfuckers think they AI Tupac now, disrespecting the soul of a dead artist because a Gemini dropped one verse. Remember that. Nigga think he Tupac now. Remember that. Remember that. And once Jupiter returns into Gemini, it's a wrap. Okay? So just keep that in mind. All right? The shit be exposing people straight up. And people who just stand for bullshit will parade that shit and say, it's creative. Let's keep it a motherfucking buck. DMX said he don't like dude. Do you really think that if Tupac was alive, he'd be like, hey guys, did you hear that? That was so creative. Did you hear that? AI voices? That was so creative. Do you really think he would say that shit? Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep that a buck. Okay? So just keep this in mind. I'm just using that as an example. Okay? This applies to everything out there. Let people have their fun, but stay focused. Okay? What's real can't be threatened. Shout out to Jadakiss. I did real songs with Big. I did real songs with Biggie. No made up shit. No posthumous releases. This is that real shit. You a vegan cheeseburger, boy. Know your place. That's it. That's it. Yup. That's just facts. We up right now. And in order to maintain this lead, you will lose it if you get caught up on the smoke screen and mirrors and you're trying to go back and forth with delusional people. Let people talk. Let people sensationalize gossip, rumors, and fakeness, and just keep on doing you. Keep on carving that path. While everyone's making up rumors, your actions will continue to speak for themselves. Okay? Let other people get angry. Let other people make up all sorts of stuff that won't even be the same a week from now. All that stuff is going to age horribly like milk outside of the fridge. Okay? A zesty vegan cheeseburger, baby. These people are bought and paid for. They serve masters. We are free and liberated. You cannot choose to serve two masters. It is what it is. Okay. Let these things get exposed and revealed as they will. And so that Mars Neptune is gearing you up to activate a 2-year cycle. This is the highest Neptune will be, 29 degrees. We're going to see a 29-degree Neptune that we haven't seen in 165 years. Okay. So this is the peak of intuition. For those of you born in 98, 97, with 29 degrees, Neptune in Capricorn, you're opening the door for your masterful level of intuition for the first time that Pluto's awakened. So the new generation is getting ready to move forward. Have you ever played hot potato? Have you ever played hot potato? Okay. When you play hot potato, the loser who gets the hot potato loses, and then the next person starts the next round. So since Pluto in Aquarius, I want to show you something. The last time Pluto was in Aquarius, oh my God, we have to sweep it under the rug. What is this? Sweep under the rug, sweep under the rug, sweep under the rug, sweep under the rug. Pluto and Taurus. Oh my God, this bitch is about to collapse. No! Sweep it under the rug, 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 sweep it. This is the generational hot potato. Then we had Pluto and Leo. Okay. No, it's over. And then everyone chipped in. What about we buy a bigger rug and then we can just sweep it under there? Sweep it under the rug, 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 all the way back now. And guess what generation has the hot potato? Pluto Scorpio. Pluto Scorpios, you guys are looking at 200 plus years of things swept under the rug. You're inheriting the collapse of the economy. You're inheriting when all this shit falls apart. And then Pluto Sagittarius is going to start and create the new world. So we're the one with the hot potato. Just especially if you have Saturn and Aquarius, you know exactly what I mean. Saturn, Aquarius, square Pluto. Y'all know, y'all feel like you got the short end of the stick. So all of us coming to age right now. Shout out to the 70s. Shout out to the 80s. We see you. The 80s, y'all did y'all thing. 90s, good luck. They tried to fuck us over. They try to literally have us inherit all this bullshit. We're going to finally carry this shit. Be like, wait, like if you're born in the 90s, imagine you're sitting in a table with everyone else from the older generation. And now you finally sit at the head of the table and everyone leaves the table and they leave you with the bill. And you look at the bill like, what the fuck is this? Wait, this is a lot. And now you just left with the bill and you got to pay it. And Pluto, Sag, and the new generation, they go start a new tab. So they good. They creating a new world. Pluto, Scorpio, they really try to play us. And I'm talking about the 90s portion. The late 80s, they already got their cut. They good. So it is what it is. So prepare. Don't worry. We the greatest generation of all time. We're going to clean up all y'all mess. Y'all try to fucking have us be the fall guys. It's a wrap. It's up. It's up. So if you 88 to 95, don't worry. We going to make it through this, but they trying to play us. It is what it is. Okay. So, yeah, this is no joke. We're the generation that all the collapses and all the wars is going to happen through. Yeah, nice try. We're the generation, the private companies is buying up all this public housing and raising the prices. How come you don't have a house? Nice try, bitches. You forgot we Pluto Scorpio. We're about to destroy all this shit. And then Pluto Sag go create the new. You try to play us. Pluto, Pluto Scorpio is going to deal with it. Like 70% of the stuff that's up, Pluto Scorpio is going to be like, we don't need this anymore. Kill this. Older generation going to be like, what? Yep, we not doing that no more. Like, just done. Like, there's going to be a lot of stuff our generation just decides we don't do anymore. Fuck it. That's what you older people did. We're good. And it's going to be highly controversial. But it's cool. It's already happening. But it's cool. 87s did set us up for success. I want to give honor to 86, 87, even 80, even 82 to 85, but 86, all the Saturn and Uranus and Sagittarius, 86, 87, 88, 89. We see you. You guys just finished your tour. Now you stepping up to the next level. All right, just like the 70s carried it, 80s and 90s is up. So, you know, they trying to play the 80s and 90s, really the 90s, but like it's cool. They tried it. Good luck. Good luck. All right, because now we got the power. So we gonna have the say over the next decade. The rest of this decade and the next rest of this decade is the 80s. Next decade is the 90s. Okay, so it is what it is. Y'all about to see what we, because we're the late bloomers too. We're the only generation with Saturn at the last signs. Age development means that out of all the other generations, we bloom later than the rest, which means we do greater than the rest. Like a Oprah who blew up in her 30s, 40s, but is richer than like so many people or more successful, right? I don't know if Oprah is the right analogy given everything that's getting exposed, but it is what it is. I don't know what happened with her or what she did, but you know, the public perception around that, I just feel like it's still a good example as far as development cycle. But yeah, y'all. This is definitely going to kick off. The Mars moon is going to have you take action that aligns with not only the beliefs you are transcending, but it's going to make obsolete a mode of action that you won't do anymore. Okay. That being said, the moon in Capricorn will be bringing out the final harvest. We'll be bringing out the final harvest. And then once we get into the awakening with the moon in Aqua, we complete that harvest. We're coming into an extraordinary and extreme understanding of knowledge, Pluto, moon, Aqua, of the awareness of what we are and what we're worth. Venus will enter Taurus in its dignity. Mars will enter Aries in its dignity. Mercury is direct. Our brains are moving forward. We have reevaluated what we are. Once again, the purpose of the Mercury retrograde is before Mercury retrograded, you were believing that you could be a track star. Now Mercury is direct. You're on the track field getting ready for your track meet. So that retrograde had to reevaluate your thinking of who you are from someone who thought they were Batman to someone who is Batman. And now in Taurus season, we need the Batmobile. We need the utility belt. From someone who believed they can run track to someone who's practicing the 200 meter. And now in Taurus, we can get the cleats. We can get the track uniform. Okay. So this is all scientifically, mathematically based. These signs aren't demons. Please do not let people who are not authorities of this at all and can actually discern a progress chart tell you anything about astrology. Okay. Just like you should not listen to my advice on car mechanics. I've never fixed a car in my single life. If I start giving you advice or telling you that mechanics is stupid, you should call me dumb as hell because I haven't studied it. Okay. So don't do the same thing with people telling you about the stars. They don't even know their moon sign. Laugh in their face. Tell them, learn your moon sign, ma'am, sir. All right. That's it. That's it. I don't care if they tell you they're a Leo. Fuck all that. I'm sorry. All right. So this moon Pluto awakening that happens once every 28 days, which will be happening for the next 20 years, is now a new level of this soul awakening that we had in Capricorn. And then from 95 to 2008, we had in, of course, Sagittarius. From 2024 to 2044, we're having an Aquarius. This is the supernatural awakening of your potential. And the reason why this is very important is this is going to give you the higher knowledge. So Sag gave you the higher perspective. This is giving you the advanced knowledge of what you're worth. And that leads, of course, into the moon in Pisces, which will segue a very magical understanding of the system of beliefs you must operate on in order to realistically open up this sense of the quality of not only what beliefs about yourself and value belong around you, and not only what influences belong, not only supporting your worth, but tying everything together. Neptune 29 degrees Pisces now enables you to harness the height of intuition in a way that may go beyond current vocabulary, but will also tie into this next era where everything's getting innovated, science, even religious beliefs that will go obsolete. So by the time the moon goes into Aries, we're getting ready with this balsamic phase to clear the field before we plant new seeds. And this is going to remind us of the mission that we unlocked with this eclipse. Now that Mars is in Aries, we're activating more passion, moving instinctually in our authentic directions. The moon going over Mercury aligns this emotional understanding with our brain processing and what we're thinking. And ladies and gentlemen, that leads us to one of the most significant new moons that we're going to have. Not including Uranus and Jupiter, but within the range. Okay. This is what's going to have you sow the seeds for this magic beanstalk. And Venus, in her dignity, okay, is putting this in a position to establish the true worth, the natural value and worth that basically, if it was just a new moon in Taurus, you'd be planting seeds. With new moon with Venus, the quality of those seeds are polished. They're designer seeds. So these aren't just generic seeds. They're designer seeds. And then with Jupiter and Uranus, they're magic designer seeds that grow like a magic beanstalk. And this is going to carry us all throughout 6 months from now. All the seeds you sow in 6 months during Scorpio will begin to fully harvest, transforming that value and worth relative to now how you invest this socially towards others and open up who would like to invest in you. This is what's now going to lead post new moon to not only activate this value, but immediately manifest the intellectual and truthful understanding of this value, while Neptune is at the final degree, getting ready to retrograde. This is what's going to enable you to begin to articulate what is true about your worth. This is activating your true worth and value. Okay, it's magically manifesting the direct experience of what you're worth, with which you will complete this activation by feeling the direction you express said activation and manifestation, especially with the trine you'll see here with Neptune, having you feel into this intuition at its highest capacity. This is peak. We are finally at the final season. That's why all these narratives that this since 2012 with Neptune, Pluto since the 1700s, Saturn since the 90s. Okay. Oh my God. I just realized I exist right now. That just blew my mind. Yeah, you ever just kind of realize normally it happens when I'm driving, like I'm driving a car right now. But like, yeah, right. But like, yeah. So with that being said, the activation of the new moon leads us to integrate, boom, the conjunction of Uranus. Okay. The last time we had this conjunction was last year. And now we're back to activate a new full card journey. That's what's going to lead into the 90-degree integration of these seeds breaking through the ground, having you feel the courage needed to express this value. And then, of course, the moon's going to go into Virgo, and bam, we have the sun conjunct Jupiter. While the moon is in Virgo, it's going to return what we started Virgo Taurus season off with, reinitiating or reintegrating the detailed Virgo analysis of the appraisal of your worth. Now that you've planted these seeds, and boom, the official beginning of chapter 2. Now with Venus aligned here as well, this is what brings in chapter 2. Chapter 1 was Jupiter, Sun, and Aries, April of 2024. Chapter 2 officially begin. Mathematically, you are opening and turning the page to chapter 2. Okay. Taurus, Jupiter, Uranus. And this is where the nature of chapter 2 is so much more jam-packed than chapter 1, which had humble beginnings. This is going to be chocked full of substance. Chapter 1 ended very lit. Now you're starting chapter 2 like, oh, I'm going to be reading this for a while. Okay. And that's what's going to spill in to Jupiter going into Gemini as the moon is in Libra. And then bam, Sun goes into Gemini. And then, of course, Jupiter enters Gemini, baby. Boom. This is peak astrology here. What we want to see is 29 degrees Jupiter, sextile 29 Pisces. Huge stuff. This Gemini season is going to be one of the most iconic Gemini seasons ever, just like this Aries and just like Taurus. Let's be real. We've never had an Aries season like this before, where everyone is going at war with each other. Aries season is one of the important seasons you need to look at, because if the Aries season is mid, the rest of the year is going to be mid. If Aries season is crazy, the rest of the year is going to be crazy. This summer will be nuts. Okay, so everything that kicked off, we're now going to strengthen the quality of throughout Taurus. And then it's going to pop off Gemini. It's going to set, that's the activation. 1, 2, 3. And let me tell you something. This Aries season was ridiculously lit. So I'm just letting you know, we're just building on that now. It's going to ground, so it won't be as chaotic, but it's going to get stronger. And then Gemini season is going to remind you of maybe 2020 when all this shit was happening. Right now, entertainment, of course, where a lot of these things are being beta tested to see how your attention is gauged through here, has been set. I think this season will get a lot more political, and it's going to bring a lot more huger themes. You know what I'm saying? Iran bombed Israel. Israel got Iran back. We're going to see an intensification of these plots outside of just politics as well. I'm just using that as an example. Okay. So with that being said, that in a nutshell is what to expect this Taurus season. Jen, thank you for sending your chart. For those of you who would like a live reading, I have the floor open for you. Okay. I'm going to do a quick pick a card reading, even though we're going to do a live exclusive pick a card reading next week. I'm going to do a quick pick a card reading relative to this Taurus season. What is the gift you are manifesting this Taurus season? And Jen Australia, you're first. All right, Jen Star, I love your name. So with that being said, first I'm gonna pull a card for everyone, and then I'm going to pull 3 piles. Okay. Underlying theme of this is the Empress. This is Venus in Taurus. All right. Ever since chapter 1, you've evolved. Your clothes don't fit the same. Taurus is the Empress taking you shopping. All right. Unless it's Diddy asking, you have to say, no, I'm just joking. It's the Empress taking you shopping. It's like, nope, we need clothes that fit you right. All right. This is you understanding your swag, your beauty. Ladies watching this, you're tapping into the goddess within. This is abundance that comes from you, not falling in your lap, that you produce yourself, because it always comes from within. Don't let this world lie to you and make you work extra for work you don't even have to do. Leslie, welcome. we would like to welcome you to the Eternal Vibe Tribe. I've just uploaded the extended Magic Moon message. So for those of you who would like to check that out, it's up there. Shout out to, this is the Demon Slayer deck. So we do have, of course, Judgment. Judgment is pertaining, of course, to at current this Pluto square. So now that we're integrating it, you are awakening to the value within. This is awakening new ground with which you can polish. It's like with this square, your construction crew has dug ground. You have a new basement floor. So now you have to polish that basement floor. You have to renovate it. How are you going to make it look? This is a new, deeper layer of your psyche that's going to fill in so much deeper soul. Okay. So with that being said, Judgment is a deeper awakening to your higher purpose. And the Empress is representative of you getting ready to wear clothes that fit you, because chapter 2 is going to prepare to set up the plot of the story where the conflict kicks in. Okay. And you really manifest what it is you have. Please understand that the influences psychically attacking you are deeply hurting inside because they live a lie, and the foundation of the principles they live on is built on a lie. So even though they mask and hide behind makeup, behind money, behind status, behind clothes, jewelry, cars, they're a bitch on the inside. And so they hate that you don't need any of that other stuff to fully feel and express who you are on the outside. You don't need to cope. You don't need to be seen with certain people to give you a look. You give other people that look. And they are jealous. As much as they'll try to act like you're jealous of them, you're the one on their mind. Okay, let's just keep it a buck. Okay, so just mind that the psychic attack you'll receive is going to be more intense, but it's going to empower you like never before, because you know that they're jealous of you. They're envious that they don't need all this extra shit to feel valuable. You don't need all this extra shit to feel valuable about yourself. They need to hide behind that, because without that, what are they? But just a weak little bitch that they've always been, respectfully. Okay. So with that being said, all right, for those of you who want a card, Melissa, I see you donated 20. I'll pull a card for you after this. Pick a card. Other than that, 30 for a natal chart interpretation. Jen, I got you. So card 1, card 2, card 3, we're just going to do one card. The card you pull is going to represent what quality you are manifesting. The archetype, if another card resonates with you, go with that. Ooh. This, of course, with the Emperor, is you establishing, I love this. We got the Empress and we got the Emperor. So the Empress is beautifying and polishing your confidence in yourself. And the Emperor, now that you've put on the Emperor's new clothes, you're establishing that authority. Okay. And in establishing that authority, it helps you stand and own what you got on the two. So we got the feminine and the masculine here. For some of you, this could be a relationship between someone who matches your regal authority. If you're the Empress, you can get with the Emperor. If you're the Emperor, you can get with the Empress. Okay. So for card number 1, don't fight God's battles, by the way. I'm picking this message up right now. Don't fight God's battles. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Some of you just continue to stay in our lane. Don't be trying to be the hero. Some of you are villains against this evil status quo. So play your role. Let God do the rest. God works through all of us and in mysterious ways and with us. Okay, so don't try and be a hero and do more and argue for people more than you have to. If you're passionate about something, you argue something cool, but don't feel like you're trying to do a solid and be on people's good side or be a hero. Don't try and do too much. It will wear you thin. All right, focus. Your role is your role. We need you to stick to your role. It's all going to connect together. Okay, so with that being said, if you picked card number 1, It's different if you're standing on your platform and people are coming on your platform to argue with you. Stand your ground, but don't be going out seeking smoke with people because you want to, you know what I'm saying, you want to do whatever. It is what it is. So card one, the card we have for card one is the Lovers. The quality that you are manifesting is the union of your mind and your heart, romance, sex. You are materializing a sexual quality that is not limited to or exclusive to, but could express itself as a romantic union or a sex partner or a love for your craft, falling in love with what you do, falling in love with somebody, being with your soulmate. Okay. So that's very beautiful, especially with the Emperor, where you're going to establish a union that has authority behind it. Okay. Please keep in mind all of the narratives you've had about love and romance, you have to throw in the trash if you're coming into this with, I was hurt in the past, I can't trust people. You're not the same person you were before. You're not in the same dynamics. You attract a whole new set of people. You've evolved. You're evolving. So keep this with a grain of salt, open up to new potentials, and don't let an old narrative and story, the lessons you learned in the last 12 chapter book, we're getting into chapter 2. We're not doing that this time. So don't reignite the same lessons, because some of you have gained identity being hurt. Some of you literally have gained strength in attaching being betrayed and hurt to your identity. You look like a fucking loser. You're not a loser. You are the winner. Okay. So like claim that shit. Stop letting external circumstances make you believe you can't get the love you deserve. That don't even make sense. It's you. Anyone will be lucky to be with you. So really claim that. And that's what you're going to really materialize. Pile 2, if we have card 2, we do have Justice. So what you're materializing is not only the sense of balance where you're on the same page with everyone. If you picked card 2, many of you have been slighted. Many of you, in the effort to maintain integrity, have faced people using underhanded tactics, and you might have gone through certain things that were unfair. For a classic example of this is when I had to defend myself from, I won't say her name because I don't want people to act like I'm beef. I have no problems with this person, but that led to this person spreading all sorts of lies about me, telling people that I tried to call someone on their child, telling people that I molested people that I've never even met in real life in person, which I have receipts for. And this person had a substantial higher platform than me. And now thousands of people who've never met me are thinking all sorts of stuff. That affected a lot of my momentum moving forward. And it's not just with that's happened. There's just and I'm not the only one. All right, y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to say anything, but that's just one example of many. Many of you have had to go through unfair situations. Okay. And yeah, guys, some people took that shit and ran with it. And I don't really care because it showed me that I can stand my ground. Because I got receipts. I can expose someone as a whole fraud right now if I have still got the receipts. So it is what it is. Like, if anyone want a problem with me, it is what it is. I'm not playing. I'm not afraid of none of you. All right. Anybody out here, don't care how big your platform is. Okay. But with that being said, you wouldn't know who this person was if you weren't following me around like 2015, 2016, 2017, 2014. But regardless, you know what I mean? Yeah, it was just like 2017, 2018. Regardless, you're getting that justice. Facets outside of your control that may have run slight against you, you're getting that justice when you least expect it. Your scales are balancing. All right. Justice is a perpetual reminder that you're gaining victory in this case, especially for any of you with legal issues. You're going to finally get all that paperwork out the way, get everything balanced and strong, put yourself in a position to realistically be on the right path, especially with everyone around you. Okay. Right. Certain people who have said stuff about you publicly and have never issued an apology for lying, justice like that. Karma does come back around. So instead of resurrecting dead shit, we just keep moving forward, knowing that, you know, what comes to pass comes to pass. And we never have to worry about revenge because we deal in justice. So that's the main message I'm getting for pile 2. I feel like if you pick pile 2, you've been unfairly wronged, or you have business or paperwork you need to smooth over and it's going to rectify. Okay. So with that being said, next we have card 3. If you pick card 3, we have Chariot. You're manifesting the quality of victory. You're going to gain much momentum. Okay. Moving forward. And this is very, very beautiful because this is through your own willpower and determination. Propel you forward in order to continue to gain more traction. The whole thing with this is, as long as you don't spend this money on booze and liquor, if you don't get distracted by immediate gratification, you will maintain this momentum and it will be very good for you. So pile 3, this is a powerful quality of victory. This is going to bring a lot of happiness because with the Emperor, you're going to establish this with authority. So it's not victory that anyone gave you through a handout. It's something you did on your own with your own power. Okay. Now, Melissa, thank you. Echoist, a villain is not good or bad. A villain is merely anyone who fights against status quo. That's what truly makes a villain, personally. So, yeah. The status quo where slavery was allowed, everyone who fought against slavery was a villain because that was the status quo. It was status quo that you don't have these rights. This is just the consensus. And everyone who fought against that technically was a villain fighting against status quo. And then status quo changed. Now the new status quo is championed by those heroes that defend it. So that's why I don't do heroes and villains. Like, it's subjective. You're a hero or villain in anyone's narrative. It's never objective. Like, there's no good or bad guys in war. Okay. Like, that's not how it works. No one is good. Everyone thinks they're good. Melissa, underlying theme we have is the Emperor for you. And we do have the Lovers. So I'm going to reshuffle this. Underlying theme we have here is the Wheel of Fortune, evolution. So with the Emperor, you're establishing that authority. And we do want to still bring in that flavor with the Lovers as far as, connecting your mind and heart. But you are also aligned with destiny and fate. And we do have the Strength card, which is going to really inspire a lot more creativity within you. Strength, Lovers, Emperor, Wheel of Fortune is evolving the authority you establish in order to create so much more passion around what you love to do, aligning it with what you're meant to do, being at the right place at the right time. And you can fuel this just by investing in what it is you truly love to do. Okay. Mr. Positive Aviation, if you're still in the room, we do have the Tower card, which could represent overnight success, especially with the Sun. So unexpectedly, you're coming into major happiness and success relative to what structures you already have in play. Okay. Isaiah and Asia, thank you. And Serena, I got your Cash Apps and Venmo. Please be sure to send your chart. I think Serena, I got Isaiah and Capone's. Okay, so we're gonna start with Jen Star. All right. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Okay. So with Jen Star, we know that you have your moon in Libra, and I believe your sun. No, that must be the trend. You have your sun in Sagittarius and your moon in Taurus. Okay. On Chiron, natural healing soul. Oh, yeah, it's activated now. So with that being said, you represent natural ascension, whole alien princess queen, sun on Uranus. And yeah, this is when Neptune was further into Sag. Okay. So I love the alien constructs. I'll share that article. As a Gemini rising, as it seems, this enables you to prepare over the rest of the year to activate this new Jupiter cycle. So this is going to be a 12/11th house cycle that's going to transcend old beliefs around what you're worth. And as a Sagittarius sun, the opposite of this is going to be integrating your awareness of how you take what you're worth and form a routine around it. So as a Gemini rising, you're going to be transcending old habits and routines. And this is going to produce unexpected windfalls of income and a strengthened quality of how you can replace old habits with new habits, but also make tangible qualities of how it is you apply the evolution of what it is you have been doing up until this point and how it is you're getting ready to secure a new chapter. Of course, once Jupiter goes into Gemini, this will set up a brand new cycle for you. So in the dead of the 12th house, you're having to have faith in your soul. And Jupiter and Uranus are unlocking the evolution of your natural soul healing ability, because you can harness this natural energy from within and shift stuck energy and actually heal people with your energy as an ascended goddess. So this is very, very magical. And Jupiter and Uranus are evolving the soul space and quality with which you can harness this. It's like if you had a small hose, now it's a much bigger hose, so you can channel more energy, especially now that Uranus is king kunxing your sun Uranus. Okay. So that's going to definitely be really huge, especially if we take into account that the activity in your 10th house in Pisces, which is putting you in a position to take action off of what success you believe you are meant to achieve. Okay. Thank you, Serena. I got your chart. Anyway, Isaiah, shout out to you, Master Sag Rising, Gemini Sun, Pisces Moon. You're directly going to feel this. This is beautiful. Shout out to those of you born, especially around May of 2000. You have 22 degrees, Jupiter and Saturn and Taurus, which is insane. And of course, Jupiter and Uranus are right on your Jupiter and Saturn. So if you have Saturn and Taurus and Jupiter and Taurus, this is nuts. This is such a crucial setup for your Saturn return, but it's very powerful in that, you know, this is really enabling such a strengthened quality of how it is you maintain integrity of your karma. And as a Sagittarius rising, all of this in your 6th house, this is literally the opposite of Jen, where she's the Gem rising Sag sun, you're the Sag rising Gem sun. So it's pretty much the same, but just opposite perspective. Whereas she is transcending her awareness of her habits, you are integrating the transcendence of your spiritual beliefs. All right. So as a Gemini sun, this Taurus season behind your sun is transcending unconscious habits and beliefs. And now, in making obsolete these old beliefs, you're replacing them with new beliefs that, as a Sag rising, you're integrating into your lifestyle. This is going to make so much more innovative how it is you work. This, at such a young age, opens up like a genius the means of passive income. And it's going to set up your Saturn return coming into the rest of the decade magnificently. As soon as Saturn leaves Aries, like 2026, 2027, and then returns for you 2028 to 2029. All right. So really awesome. It's just you're new gen. You're a part of the new generation. So you have Pluto and Sag, which means it's slightly sextiling Pluto, Aqua, awakening Neptune and Uranus in your chart. And because your moon is in Pisces, you're going to be feeling that Mars transit move there that's going to stir up your soul belief and divine soul to influence from outside of this reality more what you believe you should move forward to. Of course, post-May, Jupiter is going to begin to evolve your Gemini placements. And that's where, as a Sag rising, once again, since December, where you started in Sag season, you're putting everything together. Then you're going to break through in Gemini and take everything you've manifested in integration and then communicate to other people. So it's going to harvest to enlighten your relationships with other people. Okay. So this is going to open up a lot of creativity. This is going to open up a lot of how specifically it is you realistically align with how valuable your lifestyle is. And the new moon here is going to initiate new elements of your routine in order to account for that. Okay. So really just keep your mind focused throughout the season of how it is you want to manifest this, and allow what unfolds to unfold, with Venus entering this to polish up your routine, and then Mars, which will stimulate the comfort in your home space and what individual actions you take within yourself, which, as is your fifth house, will add more creativity as well. Next, we have Asia Capone. Miss Love Capone, thank you for sending your chart. We know that you have your Sun in Pisces, so it seems. No, you're 21st July. So we see that you have your Sun. What? Oh, in Cancer. This is Sun on Jupiter in Cancer. Jesus Christ, 2002. You're new gen. Oh my God, you're like Kanye West. You're a god. You have Jupiter on your Sun just like he does, and on Cancer it is an N29 degree. Who are you? Who are you? You're not human. And then you have Moon, Pluto, and Sag. Come and get you this alien contract. Who are you? This is vicious. Who are you? This is wild. You are not from here at all. What are you doing? You about to get me in trouble with the magic police, yo. 29 degrees Mercury conjunct Sun and Jupiter in Cancer on the rising. You're so psychic. It's probably like ridiculous. You probably terrify people by just immediately speaking to how they feel. And then your Sag moon literally sees the higher meaning of what it is you're feeling currently. That is not even like regular at all. I can imagine you've never lived like a normal life your entire life, and your soul is linked with destiny. This is insane. Okay, so Neptune, that's 29 degrees, is going to be linking with this Cancer power you have. You embody sincerity at a godly, expansive level, and everything you touch will evolve because you literally bring your chakra towards it. But then you have a God level ascended soul. So you're a God level shaman priestess. Okay, if Taurus is a shaman, Cancer is a priestess, same difference though, just different qualities and or natures. And this is where now with this Taurus season, your 11th house is being innovated, and this is going to align with the natural quality of what friends and associations belong around you, so that you can add wealth relative to these people you're around. And being born in 2002 means that Saturn had left Taurus and is in Gemini. So your soul is wrapped with karma and destiny. Saturn conjunct North Node in Gemini, opposite Pluto, South Node, and Moon and Chiron in Sagittarius. That's nuts. That's nuts. I rarely see charts like this. This is ridiculous. Okay, you're ridiculous. You're beyond like psychic at this point. So Neptune at 29 degrees, while Pluto is awakening the advanced Aquarius energy in your chart over the next 20 years, is putting you up on a much heightened quality of your third eye, because Pisces is your ninth house and Saturn is crystallizing the totality of beliefs that enables you through the element of your psychic power that you represent to see beyond the unseen through your imagination. Love Capone, we need a reading together. You need to get a consultation with me. If you need a half off code, shoot me an email. You need to talk to me about what it's like to be you, because this is insane. Like, you're so powerful. If you decide to do something, it's going to change the destinies of everyone around you. You can decide to not show up to a pickup basketball game, or you might decide not to show up to school, and that's the day that the teacher decides, oh, there's no class today. Subtle stuff like that, that now that you're of age, you'll be more aware of how to influence and control, as nuances like this may have only surfaced unconsciously and indirectly through you. Regardless, this is also going to set up the Saturn return later on in the decade, by the time we come into the top of the next decade. So Taurus season is really going to do a whole lot to not only conclude on this, but then also with Jupiter going into Gemini, prepare for the 2025 relaunch of how it is you will evolve your personality. Once Jupiter returns in your chart, it's on, my friend. So you want to see this year and next year as releasing the old narrative. It's your personal chapter 11 and 12. And when we go through that, we can feel doubtful in ourselves. Just surrender. Okay. This is going to enact new friendships that open up great wealth through them. And because you have the Aries in the 10th house, the North Node, and getting closer to your MC is unlocking success you're destined to achieve. That post 2025, when Saturn goes through here, you're going to now establish authority at such a young age. So this is like you being young, coming into success earlier than some people who come through transits like this in their 30s. This is how you can determine this. Mars during this season transit will go over your 10th. So you'll already start to take action, instinctual, raw, authentic action towards what needs to be done in order to really point towards that direction of success as well. Okay. So very powerful. This Taurus season realistically is just going to put you in a position realistically put you in another position to capitalize off of who's in your corner and the value of the results you've taken since Aries season. So this is your net pay, and it's going to really conclude that cycle accordingly. Serena, let's see what we got for you. Okay, Serena, we know that your sun is in Taurus. You're the natural queen. You the boss. Okay. You're the producer. And as the producer, okay, yeah, 12 degrees. Your moon is in Pisces. You're the divine producer. I see you. And your rising is pretty much at the end of Cancer and a Leo. So this is going to be a short 11th house, 10th house really transit spanning through 11th house. What we want to really look at is the 10th, 11th house notion of, once again, Aries and Leo, Aries and Taurus. And this is what's going to really have you see a lot of movement relative to your legacy, the direction you're taking your career, the quality of what you gain. It's just your sun is in Taurus, so you're aware of your production of this. Jupiter and Uranus has evolved and innovated. Your spirit has awakened more your ability to manifest, harnessing energy outside of just the physical. And of course, with the new and full moon cycles that occur here, this is going to establish the new quality and cycle of quality that will establish more wealth that you can harness and achieve. Of course, this will lead into Jupiter evolving your 11th house that is marked by the 12th, but it still does, with your sun in the 10th, put you in a very powerful position to be aware of the success you're manifesting and achieving, especially since last year that set all of this up. So you really want to, and it's cool because your moon in Pisces with Saturn is giving you a generational understanding that the rest of other people won't have as they're getting caught up by all the little stuff below of how to tie in the perspective together of what to believe, of how to really understand the final perspective of your awareness of what everything is worth. Okay, you're the highest level of Taurus sun, the Pisces moon. And so this is with Mars that is transited over your moon, already helping you understand what actions to take as it will segue into Aries, and you will be elevating and ascending towards this value that Venus in your 10th will also polish. So with Venus in this 10th house region, it's a beautiful period to put stuff out. It will get more noticed. If there's any ads you're running, if there's any projects that you want to put out to gain attention, it's a very, very lucrative time to sow that seed because that's going to give you that good look. All right. And you bring so much value to the equation. You're the Midas touch. You definitely want to take advantage of that as much as possible. Okay. Thank you, Minty Hotep. Thank you so much for the latte money. Okay. Finally, we have Mia Judge. Okay, Mia, we see your sun is in Leo and your moon is in Pisces. You're the divine performer. All right. It looks like your rising is in Libra. So relative to having a Libra rising, yeah. Your sun falls in the 10th with the MC there, but this is entourage energy. Okay, so as a Libra rising, the North Node is in your 7th house. 1 degree Libra rising means that Aries season has unlocked the direction you're destined to take with relationships, unlocking your own balanced personality as a means with which to polish raw talent. This is Libra's lesson of putting the right people on because you have the social personality. So you are knowing the individuals you're meant to move forward with. And now the results of those partnerships, right? The investments, because you have the sauce as a Scorpio 2nd house. This is you now activating and integrating and breaking through the natural value of who you trust, how you come into more money, invest more money, the results of what actions you are taking with other people, strengthening into the quality of shared resources. And as a Leo, this is going to be 10th house to you, 270 degrees to you. So it's going to really open up trust issues relative to who is in your corner and how you're going to break deeper intimacy or what investments you can make with the right resources, because everything that you invest here, you will return on investment, Leo season, and then especially Scorpio season. So this is definitely going to put you in a position as a Leo sun and Libra rising to prepare for the summer and fall, where you'll come back around and with the eclipse in Libra, conclude this North Nodal transit through Aries and Libra. All right. The development from Aries of who you are with other people will now resituate and redefine your social personality relative to new partnerships since then that you are destined to activate. Okay. So Taurus season here with the 8th is going to deal with that. But we also have to remember that Mars that will enter your 7th house in Aries coming in post full moon in Scorpio is going to have you officially start to take action off of everything that has activated since last month in your 7th house. And now you're progressed Scorpio rising, most likely. So that's going to juxtapose. Let's see. You have, oh no. Okay. You have Saturn Libra, Pluto Libra. Oh, you Pluto Libra. So you're an alien too. I got to give you the alien construct. You got X-ray vision. You be murking people. All right. So with that being said, and you're a truther. Okay, so your chart's legit. So this is definitely going to, test trust issues and prepare you for August, where you'll round up the entourage again as an artist, as a Libra rising. Now this is just going to establish the quality of this progressed relationships as well. So yeah, it's going to really go over trust issues and who you're meant really investing in. But I feel like it's also going to put you in a very powerful position to capitalize relative to everything that's necessary for you to move forward in your championing of. All right. That's going to prepare for the 9th house in Gemini that will bring the higher meaning of the true expression of what you're meant to communicate with who and what direction you're continuing to take everything. Allow people to feign ignorance. Allow people to look at you like they don't know what you're saying. They don't know what you're saying because they're fucking stupid. That's not going to take away from the value that you're bringing in. And I mean, it really just masks what they really feel inside. They can't take away your value. They can't take away your power. So, you know, all they have to do is just be influenced by you, whether they want to or not. And that's this focus with the 7th, 8th house of other people. All right. That being said, I think that's all that we got. I completely forgot to share a special message. So let me do that right now. For those of you who are interested, you can call me per minute. It's Mr. Cleo. It's the reincarnation of Miss Cleo. All right, y'all might think I'm joking, but we got it like that now. So for those of you who would like to call in,
what it is on my hand, they just be snapping it. But guess what, baby girl, me and your pussy, that's what's happening, nigga.
Ugh. Oh my God, slap the black off me. Where'd I get this hair? Well, guys, my career as a rapper is pretty much done, but I have great news. The Peace Dealer has finally launched Clearsight Consulting. The Peace Dealer and his team are here to serve you with very wise and accurate insight that you can call in at any time per minute. What are you waiting for? Call now. Call the number that you see right now in order to connect with those trusted advisors. For $3.99 a minute, you can talk to the Peace Dealer right now. This is perfect for those who feel that his hour-long rate is too much. You'll save over 50% of that rate if you call in per minute. So have no fear. Clearsight Consulting is here. Call now. Yeah. All right, so there you have it. I'm gonna have more commercial rollouts for that. Don't worry. This is long term. Like this call line, I'm not expecting to get like 50,000 calls at first. This is a long-term project over a decade. Eventually we'll have a call line center with people who actually come through and talk. So it is what it is. We have 4 people on the line right now, and it's to grow shortly. And we'll see what we'll do with it. But if you would like my hours, my office hours are noon to 5 PST, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. PST. You can call me up. And if you want tarot, if you want astrology, if you just want to talk, we can shoot the shit. It's cool. Okay. If you want to sing with me, you could do whatever. The floor is yours. Okay. I'm here for you. You guys stay blessed as always. And until next time, peace.